What is going on, guys? What is going on, 27 Squad? Welcome back into another video. We're dealing with the terrible webcam again, just for now, until my new phone gets here. That means my new camera will get here. So I'm trying to, kill two birds with one stone, use the camera and my new phone, same thing. So that being said, I really want to talk about this Russell Wilson thing, and I think it's a really good trade on both sides. Both sides. Both teams are trying to do something, completely different, okay? You look at the Broncos at one hand, they feel like they're a quarterback away from winning a Super Bowl. A lot of people were very high on the Denver Broncos this year, you look at the Seattle Seahawks going into the future, they have to rebuild. There's no other way to do it. They had a quarterback who they were wasting the best years of his life because they had no talent around him. Okay, their offensive line is garbage. Their defense has been, greatly deteriorating over the past couple of years. You guys remember LOB, Legion of Boom, and ever since then it just went downhill from there. The Seahawks were known for their defense, and it quickly went downhill, and their defense is putrid. It's terrible. Okay, their offense has some decent weapons, but just there's only so much that Russell Wilson can do, and you guys know. I mean, the Seahawks really haven't done much. Let's be real, they haven't done much since their Super Bowl runs, and and especially how they lost it, their most recent one, right? So two teams going in totally different directions, but this was for the better of both both situations here. So I want to get into the trade details first, and we'll look at here's the trade details. So looks like the Broncos are going to be receiving quarterback Russell Wilson and a 4th round pick. I assume this is this year. The Seahawks are going to get quarterback Drew Lock, who I think is going to be obviously a bridge quarterback until they can try to acquire one maybe next year in their rebuilding process. You got CJ Stroud, you got Bryce Young coming up in next year's draft. I assume if Drew Lock's going to be your starting quarterback, you may not have the best record, so you may be in position to get one of those good quarterbacks, or you find one in free agency, however the case they do it. Defensive lineman Shelby Harris, he's a really good defensive lineman formerly of the Broncos, and he's going to be making this transition now to the 4-3 defense, see how that goes. Tight end Noah Fant, former 1st round pick, I believe went in the same draft as Drew Lock, I believe in that 2019 draft. I could be wrong. But Noah Fant's pretty damn good, okay? Him and TJ Hawkinson came out at the same time, and I think Hawk is better. But Noah Fant is still an absolute beast as well, former 1st round pick. And then 2 1st round picks. I assume they're this year. I could be wrong, because I think the Seahawks have... Oh, no, they don't have... I don't know. I don't know if they're both this year, but 2022 2nd round pick, 2023 2nd round pick, so 2 2nd round picks, and a 4th and a 5th round pick. So the Seahawks are going to get a huge haul, okay? A lot of assets to help them rebuild and kind of compensate for the loss of Russell Wilson, as they should, because, you look at, the situation there for the Seahawks, and they really have nothing without Russell Wilson. So, getting rid of him, you're gonna need a lot of assets. I would have thought it would have been like 2 1st round picks and maybe a 4th round pick, and they'll call it a deal, because he is 33 years old, but he's still playing at a high level, so I guess that helps out a lot. Shelby Harris is no slouch of a defensive lineman. Noah Fant has a lot of potential, former 1st round pick just a couple of years ago, and Drew Lock he's Drew Lock. He's probably the worst end of the deal there, and that 5th round pick, but the Seahawks are getting a lot there, and they're able to rebuild. The Denver Broncos, man, a huge win for them. They were able to get rid of guys that are kind of expendable, right? Shelby Harris is all right. They're trying to help rebuild their defense a little bit, trying to recover from the loss of Von Miller, who may even be coming back. Okay, he's out here, on Instagram stories talking about coming back, so that's going to be interesting to watch as well. But that defense... it's a lot better in the back end, right? You got a lot of pieces. You got Patrick Surtain, young superstar corner. You got Justin Simmons, and one of the best, if not the best, safety in the NFL. Ronald Darby in there. Just a bunch of DBs back there that can do some damage. You still got Bradley Chubb, who unfortunately gets hurt all the time, but still a really good guy, a really good player. And the defense is really good. It's definitely a better situation and a breath of fresh air for Russell Wilson going the mile high, and I think he could actually win some games there. That offense looks pretty good. Garrett Bowles has really emerged as a decent tackle in the NFL. We could go ahead and pull up their their depth chart right now, you know, you look at their offense. Garrett Bowles, like I said, really emerged as a true left tackle. Dalton Reisner is drafted a couple years ago, 2 years ago, really good player. We can also identify, so 2019, Drew Lock went in that draft as well. So Dalton Reisner, Lloyd Cushenberry out of LSU, Graham Glasgow. I mean, they got a lot of talent there. And of course, it looks like they're looking for a right tackle right now. So that's pretty much definitely a way better situation than what the Seahawks had. Completely a better situation. He's going to be behind a really good line and have a lot of weapons to throw to. Courtland Sutton, Tim Patrick, Jerry Jeudy, and KJ Hamler. These guys are pretty damn good. They just added Travis Fulgham, who I'm familiar with as a Giants fan. And they got a lot of pieces there right now. They have a lot of pieces right now. They need to, help out their tight ends a little bit, but Russell Wilson has always been known to cook with some, make bad tight ends look pretty damn decent. So, and then, like I said, you look at their defense, a lot better in the back end, right? You got Patrick Surtain, Kyle Fuller's a free agent, unfortunately. Ronald Darby's still there. Bryce Callahan's a free agent. Justin Simmons, they have something there for that defense. I think it's going to be pretty good. And, let's look at what happened with the Russell Wilson situation. And I forget about how it really came to be. I mean, everybody knows that there was a situation that happened 2 years ago where he really wanted superstar talent over here. Okay, we can see it in this article right here. That he just wanted to bring in superstar talent. He wanted the front office to bring superstar talent, but things came to a head after the firing of offensive coordinator Brian Schottenheimer in 2020, and it all went downhill from there. Okay, every single year since then, in the past 2 years, there have been trade talks about Russell Wilson possibly leaving the Seahawks. Not a lot of people believed it, but here we are today. Okay, so the Russell Wilson contract right now, he still has 2 years left on a 4-year, $140 million contract he signed in 2019. The contract included $107 million in guarantees, including $70 million fully guaranteed at signing, and a $65 million signing bonus in 2022 and 2023. Wilson has no guarantees on his salary, so which is interesting because that's this year. That's this year and next year. So the Broncos are just in a great situation here with Russell Wilson. They wouldn't really have to pay any guaranteed money to Russell Wilson if he were to get hurt somehow or some way, and they still have a superstar at quarterback. So really good situation by both sides, man. I'm extremely excited for the Denver Broncos. It's going to be interesting to see how the Seahawks rebound there. Like I said, ever since Russell Wilson got there, that he was the only reason why the Seahawks were really relevant. Besides like 2013, 2014, obviously the Legion of Boom, they had a really good defense over there. Cam Chancellor, Earl Thomas, Richard Sherman, and Byron Maxwell. You remember all those guys, right? Bobby Wagner in there as well. So, and Walter Thurman, a lot of guys back there for that Seattle defense. But Russell Wilson over the past couple years has been the only highlight of the Seattle Seahawks, and he's really been helping them win games a lot. I mean, the Seahawks were really in it, but everybody knew why they were in it most of the time, and that was because of Russell Wilson. So that being said, guys, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. What do you guys think about the trade? I think it's a great trade. There's no grading system really for trades. I really don't care about that, but I just want to say it's a win for both sides. Okay, the Seahawks got a huge haul, and they're going to start their rebuild without Russell Wilson and try to get a new quarterback, a younger quarterback in there, and try to replicate what Russell Wilson brought to that franchise, and that's a Super Bowl. And the Broncos are trying to get back to the Super Bowl for the first time since winning it in 2015, Super Bowl 50 with Peyton Manning, and now they're going to try another superstar quarterback they acquire from another team and go from there. So extremely excited about how to see how this is going to work out for both sides. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, guys. Leave a like if you guys enjoyed. Subscribe if you guys are new. And I'll see you guys in the next video.